Hello everyone and welcome to my channel. Today we're going to do a little bit of a negative video, but that's okay because next week hopefully I'm going to do a very positive one. So today's video is going to be disappointing products, and I have about 11 products I think, and I'm going to start with brushes and brush accessories. The first product I want to talk about is the MAC 187. I bought this brush. This was the first brush I purchased myself, and I was looking for a foundation brush, and I was looking for one that would do also my concealer. This is just too big. I have come to understand that I prefer smaller brushes. So this is one of those brushes that as you can see, it's just unused. I have it in my collection and I don't use it. I don't know what it's good for. I have tried it for blush and it's just too big. I've tried it for bronzer and it's too big. I'm not sure what I'm gonna do with it, so this is disappointing. The second product is a brush accessory, and it's going to be this MAC brush cleanser. And basically, I was going to MAC and I asked her what can I do to maintain a clean brush on a daily basis, and she was like, you know what, go for this. And I told her, I think it has alcohol, and I know that alcohol dries things out, and dry brushes mean rough ones and scratchy ones, but she was like, no, of course not, this is not going to happen with this, it's just very nice, it has conditioning properties and things like that. So she sold me, and she sold me the product, and I came back home and I tried it, and it really does turn the brushes a little bit scratchier than they are. And especially on the eye area, I feel like every time I use a brush that has been cleaned with this, I feel like my eye area is just irritated and it's just uncomfortable. So I really don't like this product at all. Next we have skincare products, and I only have one skincare item for this, and it's a Clarins. What is this thing called? Gentle Exfoliator Brightening Toner, Ceramide and White Nettle. I purchased this product because of all the rave, knowing already that my skin didn't like alcohol denatured. This is like packed full with alcohol denatured. It doesn't have the ingredients here, but I used to have the box that it came in, and alcohol denatured was like one of the first ingredients in the actual product, and I was using it like once a week, and I liked it at first, but then suddenly I found dry patches on my cheeks and on my forehead and on my chin. It was just a disaster. And I knew exactly that it was because I was using product with alcohol in it. And so yeah, as you can see, I don't know if you can actually tell, but I still have about this much of the product because I use it like once a month or once every couple weeks. And it's fine if I only use it on my nose. If I use it elsewhere, I just feel like my skin is so tight and dry and uncomfortable. So I really don't like this product at all. Next, we're moving to makeup, and I'm gonna start out with a face product. And it just breaks my heart to be talking about these products. I'm gonna talk about Guerlain Primers. I don't know if you know this, but if you've been watching my channel for a while, you know that I am a Guerlain girl at heart. I love Guerlain. It's just my favorite makeup brand. But these ridiculously overpriced primers just do absolutely nothing for my complexion. I think that my much cheaper Estee Lauder primer does a whole lot of a better job. This is just, for me at least, a pointless product because it just does absolutely nothing for my skin. It doesn't even make it look more luminous, which is targeted, which is the purpose of the whole thing. It doesn't prolong the wear of my makeup. It just does nothing for my face, and I just feel stupid for buying it. So yep. Next, we're going to move forward to the eye, and I'm gonna start out by talking about this. I've mentioned this before, and I've used it in tutorials before, and I've talked about how poorly pigmented this is. This is Chanel Quad, and it's actually the European version. I haven't tried the American or the Northern American version, which has square eyeshadows as opposed to circular ones. This one in particular is called Eclosion, and as you can see, it's just the colors in the pan are just so beautiful, but the pigmentation is just terrible. And this shade in here, it has shimmers in them and the shimmer just falls all over the place. It's quite terrible, and I feel like I can't use it unless I use products underneath it and like layer it and layer it and layer it and layer it and use copious coats of these shades to make them actually show up on my eyelids. So I think this was just a magnificent, ginormous waste of money, and I'm never gonna purchase Chanel quads in my life again, ever. Sorry, Chanel, this is just rubbish. And then we have eyeliners. Okay, so for eyeliners, I have two eyeliners I want to talk about, and they're both by Guerlain. They're both by L'Oreal. And the first one is this super slim, super liner, perfect slim eyeliner. It's really, really nice in terms of application. But actually, this is so not long lasting. It transfers if you rub your eyes just a little bit, it kind of smudges all over the place. It doesn't stand a chance on your lids. So yeah, I really don't like this. Plus the shade is completely not intense. This is called intense black. I don't know how they thought this was intense. It's just not black at all. It's kind of a grayish black, if that makes any sense. So yeah, I don't really like this one that much. And then we have this, which is the L'Oreal Superliner Black Lacquer. This smudges on me. It transfers in and I don't like it. And it's just so hard to remove that it just kind of removes itself in like flakes, and it just, I don't know. I wake up sometimes and I use micellar water, I use a cleansing balm, and I use a cleanser. So I basically do the triple cleanse, and I wake up in the morning and I still find flakes like around my nose or underneath my eye, and it's just I have no words to describe this. It's just undescribable, indescribable. I just don't like this at all. Next we have a mascara, and it's the Maybelline The Rocket Mascara. I know many people like this. I hate it for the first 2 months. And to buy a mascara that I have to wait for 2 months to actually enjoy, whereas I can buy other mascaras that I can enjoy right away, it's just a waste of my time, and it's just a waste of money and everything. So I really don't like this, at least for the first 2 months. Afterwards, where the formula kind of dried a little bit, I like it a little bit more, but it's just not for me. This is just not for me. I found it to be a little too clumpy for my liking, and I don't like it. So yeah, this is not going to be a repurchase for me. And next we have lip products. So the first product I'm going to talk about is relatively new, and these are the Dior Addict Fluid Sticks. They're nice, don't get me wrong, but I mean, there are so many liquid lipsticks in the market that I just like more. And since I like Dior lip products in general, I was hoping that this would be like groundbreaking, revolutionary, remarkable, and it just wasn't. The formula is kind of funky. It goes on the lips with a cooling sensation, and then it starts kind of like settling in the corners and giving you those like strings. Sometimes it's just not flattering, in my opinion. The shades are lovely. The shade range is actually pretty cool. I really like the shade range. But if you're looking for a good liquid lipstick, you can either opt for the YSL Glossy Stains or the Bourjois Rouge Edition Velvets. Those are amazing. So yeah, these are just a miss for me. Another liquid lipstick that I don't like is the Rimmel Apocalips or Show Off. Now, whereas the pigmentation is just amazing and everything, it just never settles, and it never kind of dries down. It's always liquid, which means that it's going to smudge on everything that it touches, which I don't like. So it transfers on the teeth, it transfers on everything that your lips touch, be it a sandwich, a straw, if you're drinking something or anything like that. It just transfers like crazy. There is a high risk of it transferring onto your teeth, and it's just too much of a high maintenance product for me, so I really don't like it. The last lip product I want to talk about is the YSL Rouge Volupte. I don't like the Volupte line in general, simply because of one major factor, and then another one that's kind of not as crucial. The first one that's really bugging me is the scent. I cannot stand the way this thing smells. Many people like rave about the scent. It's like mangoes or melons or something. I just smell a chemical scent that makes my stomach turn. It's just disgusting. I can't stand it. And I'm sorry I have to say the word disgusting here in public because some people find it offensive, but I can't tolerate it. And the second reason why I don't like it is actually because it's just so creamy that it doesn't last at all. So yeah, this is another miss for me. The last product is a nail polish, and it's like a nail polish line in general. Essie nail polishes. At least the one that's in Israel. I don't know if there are like many versions like in Chanel. There is like an American version and a European version. I'm not sure about that, but I think it actually may be true. So the European version, at least, if such thing exists, doesn't really appeal to me. The shade is wonderful, but it's just way too runny and way too liquidy that it just, I mean, if I tilt my hands this way and if I have like slightly thick coat, I find that the nail polish will actually fall on this side. Well, not really like, a waterfall would, but it kind of settles on the area where it's closer to the gravity, if that makes any sense. I'm not making any sense at all, but I hope that you guys understand what I'm talking about, because the formula is just running that if I tilt my hands downwards, the nail polish will kind of concentrate itself more downwards and or anything like and things like that. So I really don't like it. Plus, I'm not sure so much about the applicator. It's just way too thick, way too big. It reminds me of the L'Oreal nail polish applicator or brush, which I don't like because it just deposits way too much product, and I just don't like it. So yeah, this is an end to this whole negativity, and I hope you guys like this video. It's a bit different. I mean, I have talked about products that have been raved, some products that haven't really been raved, and things like that. So I hope that you guys like this video, and I hope to see you soon in my next video. For now, don't forget to subscribe to my channel, give this video a thumbs up if you like the concept of products, of disappointing products, and comment in the comment bar if you'd like me to do a more in-depth review of a specific item that I have talked about in this video. And I will see you guys in the next video. Have an amazing day and goodbye. Mwah.